Welcome to Business Morning on Union Television. I am Onyinye Ezlofo, and today we're talking about business people and how they get to sell their products. There's no other time for it than marketing. So marketing is what everybody who is in business has to do to ensure sales. And if you seek to build and grow, nurture, and have a sustainable business, then you should understand marketing. Today we're going to be reviewing different kinds of marketing strategies you can deploy to grow your business, to increase your revenue generation, and to acquire more customers. And our topic for today is top 8 business marketing strategies. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back from this break, we'll be delving deep into this topic. Stay with us. Welcome back to Business Morning. We're discussing top 8 business marketing strategies. And the first strategy we have is association strategy. When you hear association strategy, what comes to your mind? A lot of things. But then it simply means belonging to a people, a group, or identifying with something. So you notice that some people will tell you, I am a proud member of XYZ, or I am a proud member of ABC. How did they become proud members? This is because this business or this organization or the brand has recruited them. Probably you're used to buying from them. You're this customer, they know, they appreciate you. So they are now saying, oh, become life member, or become a part of this, or become a part of that. So when they now decide to identify with them, or probably schools, a lot of schools do that. So they have proud parent associations, or they have active parents association, or parents club association, this and that association. Now what happens is, when you belong to this association, probably association of math XYZ, when there is a math competition, this school goes to the parents in the association and say, we have this competition coming on. This is what our challenges are. This is the point we've gone to in working out strategies for this project, but we're limited. We need your assistance. Parents within this association are very quick to buy into this idea, so they can give to the school, because it is now our thing. It's no longer for the school. They see themselves as a part of the school. That's the reason they are giving to the school freely. Or probably you have this people who have some sort of premium packages for their customers. Now, this is not the kind of premium you want to think like you're buying the most expensive item. No. But this premium package, it's more like an elite class. So these people are in this category. We acknowledge them. We work with them. We love to connect with them as it concerns this business. So when there is a new business idea, when there is a new plan, when there is this project coming on, the first people they are selling this idea to is people in this class. Just like the school, they are going to meet these people to say, you're a part of this, come with us. So you see people wear badge like, I am a proud member of this. So how do this organization or these brands and schools get to recruit these people? It's just as simple as giving them something. Probably you do something really little, and then they have a badge. Let's say your child belongs to this school. Hey, today we're going to be honoring some parents within the XYZ class. These are the parents of the children in the Jet Club or the Math Association. They are the children of this and that. So we're calling on Mr. This, Mr. That, Mrs. X, Mr. And they are being recognized. And more parents are now asking, how can I become a part of this association? Hey, son, you didn't tell me this association existed in your school. What do they do? How can I get in? What do I need? What are the requirements? So more parents want to get in. And then this association works with the school. And when they have anything, before they even make it known to the public, this association gets to know about it. So more like they make you have first-hand information. They tell you things before time. They just make you belong to them. It's as if we're doing this together. So these parents feel like they own a part of the school. Now, this is for the school. It differs with brands, and they are willing to give. So any idea the school has, they can sell it to them and they would buy it. without so much resistance. So this is a strategy that businesses adopt. And you too can adopt this strategy. So look at the way it's going to work for your business and get the association strategy is an identity. Oh, I identify with these people. Oh, I stand with this, I stand with that. They have a lot of badges, and then people are identifying with you, wanting to work with you. And it is to the advantage of your business, because the more people are part of it, the more they are going to tell their friends about it, and more people get to join, and it is growth for your business. The next strategy we're looking at is the hook strategy. So more like someone going fishing. You already have this hook and then you have a bait. So you're just there and then you're trying to fish, hoping that any fish get to see your bait. And the moment they are trying to get the bait, they get hooked. And this is what works with some of the apps you use. So they tell you to start for free, you're not paying, and then you get to use this app and you're working with this app. And over time, they tell you that you can subscribe to get unlimited access. You're like, okay, I've really used this app for a couple of days and it's been nice, or I've used this app for a couple of months. It's working, it's this, it's that. I love the features of the app. It's user friendly. The interface is just great. Okay, let me try one time and I would cancel. Or some of them would say, oh, you have free 1 month trial. Then after the free trial, you get to start paying. So what happens most of the time? You get to log in your details for this free trial and then you try. But at the end of 1 month, only 1 out of 10 get to cancel subscription because they are no longer interested, right? Most people don't even know how they became glued to the app, and they are paying concurrently. They keep paying for this app. They are subscribing because their details are already imputed into the system. So every month there is a discount. Every month the app is charging you, and you don't want to back out or you don't want to pull out, because yes, the app is nice, but it's a question of how many times do you use it? So sometimes you just feel like, oh, I use this app once in a while. It saves me stress. It gives me cool designs and all of that. So that is the reason you're not canceling, right? And then what happens? Every month, they are charging you. Sometimes you're not very active on the app. It's not even every month that you get to use the app, but you've paid for that month and you cannot take it back. So that is what happens with the hook strategy. You give people a bait. Oh, read for this, read for that. You're not going to pay for this period, but after this time, you're going to start paying. Or we're going to work for you for 3 months. You're not going to be paying us. But after 3 months, the 4th month, you're going to start paying. It can be an auto subscription, and then you find yourself paying and paying and paying and paying and paying, and you don't want to pull out. Or probably this is some elite brand and you want to identify with them, like we mentioned in the association strategy. So you just want to be among the few people who make use of this product. So in as much as they are charging you high, you know that you have the satisfaction that the minority have, especially when it comes to commodities that are not common. So let's say you have this new brand of mobile phone and it's just limited to a few people. You're one of them, but then the cost of maintaining it could be very high. It's something you can afford. It's something you can decide not to pay for at this time. But the fact that you've used it before and then you're now going to be paying to use it again for the second time, you just have this I am one of them mentality. So people would most likely want to keep using it, to belong to that class, and that is the hook this brand is using on you. So we've mentioned the association strategy, identifying with a particular group, and then the hook strategy. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back from this break, we'll be reviewing other business marketing strategies. Stay with us. Welcome back to Business Morning. We're still discussing strategies, and then we've mentioned that the hook strategy is what brings you in, and then you get glued to it. Probably there is a bait that brings you in, and when you see this thing, you're attracted, you've used it before, and you cannot say no to it anymore. So you keep paying. It's just like an auto renewal. You get paying, or you keep subscribing for something if you decide to, you might not even use anymore, or if you weigh your options, you might not use anymore. And these are strategies that businesses, brands, telecoms use in getting you to keep being their customer or to keep buying from them. The next strategy we're going to be looking at is foot in the door. So it's about, if I can get one leg in, it means the whole body coming in, it's not going to be a problem. And this works in different ways. We're going to be exploring some of the ways the foot in the door strategy works. So some people go to pitch competition and they are able to convince one person. Probably they look for some wealthy or some VC people in the room they can convince even before the competition starts proper. And then this person is really interested in what you're saying. You tell them what you can do. You tell them the futures of your app, probably if you're into tech, or you tell them your business turnover, the profit margin, if you're a business person, if you sell products. So this person is listening to you, and the person is interested in your business, and the person says, oh nice, but this person is loving your idea. Now that is one leg in. If you're coming to pitch to a larger group of people, you already know that you have one person on your side, and convincing the others would not take you so much time, because that person who is already interested in your business is going to be asking questions or nodding in affirmation to what you are saying. And that will also make other people begin to reason, oh, how good this thing is, or what are just the slight changes that needs to be done, because this is not entirely an idea that you need to push away. So you've done with one, and it's easier for you to come for the bigger people. Another way you can use the foot in the door strategy is by doing the little things. So let's say you're this person who is into events and you're not properly known, or you're not well known in the industry. Let's say you're just trying to go into this industry fully, and there is this party that is happening in your neighborhood, and you say, okay, can I do this design for you? Can I do your decoration? And then the people say yes. Now, it could be paid, it could be free, okay? Now, this is you trying out things. Some people would even say, okay, I am not charging you for my service, but you're going to be buying everything I'm going to be using. So when we are done, you can take them, probably the balloons and all of that. So some clients might want to do that. So in case they have other events, they know they have this equipment and the decoration materials, is just to get someone who can help them fix it and make it look beautiful. When you have this kind of option and you're saying, I can decorate this room for free, or I am decorating at a very minimal cost, or I would just need you to buy the equipment. And some persons would even say, pay my staff but don't pay me, because the people I am working with need to go home with some money. So pay them but don't pay me for my service, right? And then you do this beautiful decoration and everybody's just wow, because it's looking great. What is going to happen next is, when there's another decoration and they are calling you, you're charging them for the full cost. There is no discount or don't pay me or pay myself, because you've given them the little. And you can even bid. In case they don't call you, you can decide to bid. Okay, I see that at the end of this, let's say mid-year retreat, you have end of the year party. So I am designing, or I am decorating your facility for the mid-year retreat for no cost or for minimal cost. And then now that you've seen what I can do, you know how beautiful my decorations are, and you know how I design halls for events and give it a different look. When the end of the year event is approaching, and I walk up to this same brand to say, I can design and decorate your hall for your end of the year party or for your end of the year retreat, you wouldn't have too much doubts, because you have tasted my work. So The first thing I did was getting my foot in, and you've seen what I can do. You now have an idea of what my work looks like. You know how beautiful my design is. You know how much time devoted I am to this work. You know I am someone who is committed. You know I'm someone who is reliable. You can work with me because you've worked with me before. So now I am coming to say, work with me on a bigger scale. Chances of you accepting my proposal is 70% because I am not some stranger you have to doubt. I have worked with you before. So when you're able to get one foot into the door, getting your whole body into the door is very possible because it's something that would work, considering the fact that people have tested you and they know that you can deliver. This is a strategy that a lot of brands use so they can decide, oh, we make packaged food for events and we're coming for this event. Don't pay us. Some of them will even say they are souvenirs. So they come with this little souvenir. They've packed the food in very beautiful designs, but then they come with very few. They're not coming with so much. So they're just giving you, they give it to some important people according to their perception though. So they give it to these people, and these people first, they are wowed by the design. Oh, this design is so beautiful and the food is delicious. Like, woo, who made this? They are looking around the package to see who this vendor is. And they are calling this vendor. Oh, I tasted your meal from XYZ party. It's so great. But most importantly, I love the packaging. I have this little house party I would be hosting next week. Is it possible you cook for 25? We're not more than 25. And you know that that is a good job for you because you have gotten them to test your food. You've gotten them to see and experience you. They've seen your packaging, they've tasted your food, and they love what they've seen. You created a lasting memory. And that is what people experiencing you is all about. So they are no longer in doubt about what you can do. So they can say, oh, the packaging is so nice. So we have this closed door meeting for elites. And who can do this job? I think that person who gave us that food souvenir is the best person to call for this job. And people would call you. That is how you can decide to get your foot in so that your whole body can follow suit. Now, these are examples of how you can do it. It's not just limited to the food industry. If you're into graphic design, you can make very beautiful birthday designs for people you know or people you want to patronize you. They don't have great designs, or probably they're not even considering being on social media. And you're a good designer, you can manage their page, you can build their brands for them. What can you do? Create a powerful design for this person. And yes, happy birthday to you. And some persons go as far as sponsoring the post. So other people get to see it, like it, love it. But then what is now different is that this post is sponsored by another person. And then your friends or people who get to see this post keep wondering, oh, this person is a very great designer. The content is beautiful. The caption is great. How about you work with this person to manage your page? How about you make this person your brand manager? How about you make this person your page handler? You understand? And then this person is now looking for you to say, oh, thank you so much for the birthday wish. I love the design. I see you're a graphic designer. Can we work together? And that's a gig for you. So you have foot in the door as a way of marketing your business. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back from this break, we'll be discussing other marketing strategies. Stay with us. Welcome back to Business Morning. We're still discussing top 8 business marketing strategies. And yes, I want to ask you a question. How would you feel if Oprah is reading your book on her book club? We all know about the Oprah Book Club, especially for those nerds among us and people in the creative industry. So let's say you're a creative writer and then you have this fiction novel you've written and Oprah is reading it in her book club. How would you feel? What would you do? What would be the expression? How would you express yourself? How would you scream it loud? Because Oprah reading your book means you're most likely going to become a best-selling author within a week or two. This is because a lot of people are in her book club, and any book she reads or she recommends, people get to buy it because she is an authority in this field. So if you're an author and then Oprah is recommending you, you should know you're going to sell out in a couple of days. So that is what marketing does to you. And that is elite marketing. When you have someone who is a figure in your industry, and this person is more like endorsing you, or this person is making use of your product, and this person is saying, oh, I've used this product and it is great, right? Or someone who has written some wonderful piece, and then Chimamanda gets to write your forward to say, this book is great, or probably the 1 minute read with Chimamanda, and she reads your book. People are going around asking, where did you buy it? I can't find it on Amazon. Where did you buy it? It's out of stock. When are you restocking? Who is the author? They are already buying this book. They are considering buying this book because of the person who is reading it, not because of the person who wrote it. They don't even have to know you. But that is what an elite can do for you. So when you see people giving out their product to some elites or some authorities in their industry, they're just saying, wear this on, okay? Let it be a statement piece for us, because we know that people can be moved by you. People can listen to you. You've built so much credibility, and people know that you're not someone who gets to play around with small brands with no integrity. So anything you're trying to endorse in whatever way means this person is somebody of good repute. So that is the reason people would want to give their product to some big brands or some big people. Or probably you have this beautiful suit you've made with a red tie. Who is coming to your mind? Or who is going to wear this suit the way I want it? And you're thinking Tony Elumelu. So if Elumelu wears this suit and he tags you, oh, suit by XYZ, or this is made in Nigeria by ABC. And then people within his circle are like, wow, I love this. Oh, I see that you made Elumelu's suit. Can I work with you? Can you make my suit? Can you this? Can you that? That is elite marketing. It is not the same as influencer marketing, because these are authorities. They don't have to do too much for people to believe them. People just want to have something to identify with them. This also still speaks to association, right? So people just feel like, oh, I am putting on the same suit Tony Elumelu is putting on, or my designer is the person who designs for Tony Elumelu, or my publisher is the same person who publishes Oprah's book, or Oprah is reading my book, or Chimamanda loves my book, she loves my work. So it's an addition for you as a business when you're able to identify with strategic people that would add more color, or whose integrity can drop off on your business. And before you get these people, you should be sure about what you're doing in business. You should be sure that you're here to stay, because they cannot endorse you directly or indirectly, and after some days you're gone because you don't have the staying power, or you don't have a track record of success, or you haven't built any sustainability strategy. So the elite strategy works especially for people who are ready to remain in business. The next strategy we're looking at is the alternative strategy. Now, the alternative strategy comes in when you have a lot of products to sell, or probably you have this offer you're making, and then someone is saying, oh, I would love to work with your brand, I would love to do business with you, however, I cannot afford this, I cannot afford that, or I don't need this, I don't need that. Now it's simple. You create an alternative for this person to ensure the person remains. Yes, you cannot work with us on this, but then we can create a budget that can serve you. We can create something that can work for you. So you see that people don't want to leave money on the table. So what's in it for me? What's in it for you? So you see brands saying, we are flexible, we can work with your budget. So this is what your budget can offer. This is what we offer. But this is what your budget can offer. Then make it very clear to you that you see what is going to be taken out, or what is not going to be included into the service they're rendering to you, or into the product they're going to be making for you, because your budget does not cover for it. So the alternative strategy, you let them know what is in it and what you're going to be taking out. This is what is not going to be included in what you already have. This is what we are supposed to offer you. But because you do not have the budget for it, we are working with your budget and we wouldn't be including all of this into what we are offering you. However, this is not to say that we cannot work with you. We can work with you. We're very flexible. We can accommodate you. So with time, we can include other things as the budget begins to go higher. Now, what you're making this customer do is see that I can have this, but I cannot have this. So they can now decide to, okay, this is what we need. Can you include this from what you have and tell us how much we can pay extra to ensure that we have this? We don't need this, we need this. We don't need this, we need this. So when you have all of this, you're not losing customers, you're not losing money, and you're not also compromising your quality. So this is what alternative strategy can do for your business. At this point, I would be leading you into the market where we'll be talking to people in the market to know what strategy they've been using and has kept them in business up until this time. So come with me. This is Marketplace Synergy, a segment of Business Morning where we interact with market people to learn about their businesses, their challenges, and their success stories. So, how long have you been in the fashion business?
Over 6 years.
Over 6 years. So, what do you think about building your fashion brand? What's the goal that made you get into the business in the first place?
First of all, I don't think there was really anything driving. I just know that right from when I was, you know, a girl, I've always wanted to be into fashion. In as much as I also wanted to be a lawyer. So I think, being in school out of that age, everything is, education, this term, second term, this semester, and all of that. So because you're in the education system, you're being gingered and being influenced with, oh, I want to grow up to be this. So it's more of me trying to be a lawyer, and I was always mouthed and I love to defend people. So that was it. But along the line, I don't know, the passion for fashion overwhelmed it and I didn't go for it. And here I am doing what I love to do.
Awesome. So, this is Jesse August.
Jesse August. Jesse August.
That's your fashion brand. And do you plan on having a will I say a clothing brand where people can buy from anywhere in the world, like you would buy Gucci or Zara?
Exactly, that was the goal. Not just normal, okay, I have a cloth I want to sew. I intend to grow global, international, be a brand like Gucci, Shein, Fashion Nova, you know. Coming soon by the grace of God.
Amen. So, what do you think about marketing this business and then growing it or marketing your brand? Is it the same thing for you?
First of all, we're on Instagram and we're on Telegram, we're on TikTok. That's how one of everyday adverts and they make clothes. Tell this person to tell this person, please send my design to like post it on your WhatsApp status on your Instagram um, page, and so that one or two top people, normal people, everybody can afford it. My brand is something that I did it like section whereby every class can afford.
Awesome. So in the different audience segment or customer segments that you have, the big, the premium, the moderate, the middle class, everyone is accommodated.
Exactly. It's for everybody, to be candid, but not really for everybody with this Tinubu regime. Not the one that you go and bring 2K and X. Those era have obviously way long gone. So it's something, how am I going to put it? Let's say it's a luxurious brand, but when people hear luxury, they think, oh, expensive. We're talking about quality. Do you understand? Like when we, like, for example, Africa, Nigeria, like Adire and Abba made. When people hear about it, they're like, oh, it's fake. It's No, that's not where that's not exactly it. Like we get the raw materials, we go for the good materials and make it your own design, make it your own brand. That's what makes it stand out. So even when you take it abroad, nobody will be like, okay, it's about it, like something like that. They'll be like, okay, where is this design made from? Like, okay, it's Nigerian made. Where? So where? And if you can see from my name, Jesse August, you can't really tell which country I'm from, you know.
That's right. So, what's unique about your brand? What do you think is very special about you that people are attracted to?
I think it's the energy I put into it. I sketch, so it's more of if you bring your design, I'll tell you it's like this, put it this way, put it the way. It's more like as if you're about to say ideal for. So like so many ideas. I'm like, okay, like just give it to me, let me do my thing, and But along the line, this fashion business, I got to understand that some people don't really know fashion. They just want to look good. So if you do your thing for them, especially those ones that like copy and paste, sometimes it goes south. I've got into trouble for that. So I learned to do my things, which is the ready to wear brand that obviously I'm into. And at the same time, when customers come in, so that's two different segments. When they come in, they say, okay, I'll say, show me what you want, because it's very chaotic. You trying to, okay, like trying to modernize it or try to make it look international. Like, okay, this is my sketch, go for this design, and they end up wearing, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much. But people were like, oh, it's very beautiful, but to me, it's too much. So at the end, somehow, it's customer satisfaction. That what makes them, come back. So it's more of two segments. I do my ready to wear brand, which is where I get to, emphasize and exaggerate the design I want, how I want it simple, large, outspoken and the rest. And the other segment is whereby customer come in and I tell them, okay, what do you want? Did you get, if I realize that you're the type that this is like copy and paste, we do it, to fit in your body, and that's it.
Awesome. So you have like your ready to wear, and then you have like working with customers plan. Okay. So besides like your ready to wear brand, which is really you designing for people and also designing what the customers you have in mind would love. Well, what do you think it's the highlight for you since the past 6 years in this business?
I think it's the feedback, the comeback that is like when a customer comes back, that is the highlight for me. Getting to express myself, like I said, I love to sketch. So expressing myself through what I design, what I sketch, that is the highlight for me. People liking it and saying, oh, like, is this okay? Yeah, another highlight is when people say, is this Shen or is this? I'm like, no, I made it. Like, oh, really? You made it? Wow. Like, I've not seen this before. I'm like, okay, that's it. So that is a highlight for me.
That's like an international standard.
Yeah.
Like marketing your business and growing your business has it been for you, and how are you able to connect with all of these people that you distribute to or you supply?
Oh, okay. Before the advent of the social media, like, a lot of people do their marketing on social media now. Most time it has always been like, one on one, go to the market, meet the sellers, tell them about the product. If you have a good deal, they will definitely buy. So, because it's a bulk buy, so it will obviously be a good deal. So, that's how I sell off most times.
So now that social media is a thing, are you combining both or are you still?
Yes, I'm combining both. I still maintain some of my customers that are like been for years. Then social media is also helping. I'm on Instagram. I just currently joined TikTok, but I've really not done a lot on TikTok. I do adverts and all of that.
Oh, that's great. So what has kept you in business for the past 7 years?
Oh wow. Should I say it's been good? If it's not profitable, you can't be in the business. Yes, well, it's been profitable, but I won't lie, it really has not been easy because even the recent policies, the exchange rate, and all of that. But come rain comes, I think I still prefer to be in business than to work. I've worked a number of years and I can put the two together and tell you that business is still it for me.
So when you say work, are you talking about 9 to 5?
Yes, I did 9 to 5.
Okay.
It wasn't funny. So comparing my 9 to 5 and my business, I think the business is still it for me.
So why did you decide to go into this business?
Into this business, basically, I like making up people. I like to see when the beauty of people come out. So I decided to go on to the beauty industry. That's just it.
You like to see people beautiful. So your brand is Betty.
Yeah, Betty Beauty.
So what's the goal with Betty Beauty? What's unique about the Betty Beauty brand? Why are you different?
How and why I'm different is that when customers come in, I make sure they are very, very comfortable. I make them to be familiar with what I'm doing. Like lash extension now. I do lash extension, I do microblading. And in this business beauty industry, we have a lot of vendor that they really don't know what they are doing. Honestly, in the sense that when they do a lash to a client, they won't put the product like the lash extension, the lash tray, they won't lash it very well. They will lash the extension on the client's skin instead of the lash they will put it on the client's skin. Do you understand? So I try to tell my apprentices that this is how it is, but most vendors, they don't tell them the real intake, what it takes to be a lash artist. So that's just it. I market my brand through social media, though I give people flyers. And you know this vicinity, this Egbeda as a whole, it's a good place, like it's a good location for my business in the sense that people don't really know about slash extension and microblading. So I'm trying to impart in their lives through my brand.
And that will be all on Marketplace Synergy today. I'm excited that you heard it from the horse's mouth. So, what next? Act. Now that you have these strategies, deploy them into your business. Find out which works best for you and ensure that you practice it well so that your business will be successful and you will make profit at the end of the day, because that is the goal of every business. This brings me to the end of the program for today. For more interesting and insightful episodes, follow us across all our social media platforms. And yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, I am Onyinye Ezlofo. And until I see you again, keep watching Business Morning on Union Television.